Killing Eve, episode 4.
I'm actually just reading some of your comments from our last review on it. We always read all the comments. We love getting comments, so please leave them below.
We especially love comments from Aquaman lovers.
Yeah. Actually, what we'll do is Right, okay. First of all, sorry, we've got confused. Because we were reading your comments rather than talking to you. So welcome to Nadia Sawalha and Family YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. We are a family here. We put out all kinds of videos about all sorts of things. Mental health, gardening, family, vlogging.
Showbiz news, which we haven't done for a while.
Yeah, movie reviews, movie trailers, and all the top TV reviews as well. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell. People don't realise that YouTube only shows 1% of you what is going on.
1% of who?
Of the viewers.
Of our subscribers?
Yeah, out there in the world. So if you want to always know what we've posted, hit that notification bell, and then YouTube will always tell you.
Subscription is key, guys. I remember as a kid, I always loved belonging to clubs. Do you remember? You'd get a little badge. I think we should send badges. Tell us below if we should send badges to people who become members. Seriously.
Why don't we do a subscribe?
No, I tell you what I love. I used to love proper I used to love those proper fan clubs. What did I belong to? I think I belonged to a Star Wars one. And they'd send you actual badges and membership cards.
It's really only 9.
I like them.
And because the thing is, we do a lot of impromptu lives, and people are always writing into us and saying, "Oh, I missed your live again. I missed your live," and it's simply because you haven't hit the notification bell. So it's right next to where you subscribe.
Exactly.
So, Killing Eve, episode 4. Oh my God, how much do we love this series?
How much do we love this series? But before we carry on with that, on our Instagram account, do go to our Instagram account because you get lots of tidbits on there too. Yeah. I posted a photo of you looking particularly possessed and ridiculous one day, asking, "Would Nadia make a good assassin?" Guess how many people voted in that poll on Instagram?
How many?
7,500 people.
No.
Guess what the answer was?
I can't guess.
56% said yes.
Did they?
So the majority of you out there think she'd make a good assassin. You're kind of accurate.
Well, you know why? It's because I'm a really rather good cook, so I could just poison them.
No, it's not about that, babe. It's about the fact that there's a certain sort of sharp, angular viciousness to you that we all just pick up on.
That's a nice way to start the day.
But I find it's very saucy. Your face looks remarkably sort of almost air-blown, like you've been CGI'd, like for Johnny Depp, whereas I look haggard. Can I just say my nose...
Because I've got makeup on and you haven't.
My nose is getting bigger.
Right, let's get on with the review. People don't want to hear about your nose.
Killing Eve 4. Anyway, it started with the great sadness of our favourite, one of my favourites,
David Haig's funeral. Because I was actually, if you watched last week's review, I was hoping, because we didn't actually see him fall to the floor and know 100% he was dead.
He was stabbed like this.
Yeah, and a lot of you did say to us, no, he died. And he did die. So I was really sad when it was started with the funeral.
Yeah, so this is a spoiler review. You probably gathered that. And episode 4 is officially on terrestrial TV going out tonight. So this will be posted before. So if you don't want to know what happens tonight and you've not watched it, stop now and watch this later.
Yeah.
But the guy from Fortitude, the tall guy, Frank, he talks at Bill's funeral.
Yes.
And he was very boring, wasn't he? I thought it was brilliantly boring.
Really?
He's very good.
Such a good actor.
He's such a great actor. Check him out in Fortitude Series 2, I think he's in, where he plays a feeder. A bit dark. But yeah, and then, but everyone, as you say, everyone's kind of guessing and thinking that Sandra Oh and Bill had a thing. Aren't they?
Yeah, that's the kind of the vibe going around the funeral. Because they had such a lovely friendship. It's that classic thing. Can a man and woman have a friendship? Why does everyone always have to think that it means that they're having sex? What's wrong with the world?
What's that classic film where they posit that question when Harry met Sally? Can you be friends with a woman without fancying her? I'm not entirely sure. Most of my friends are women. That means I fancy all women.
Oh, God.
So Fiona Shaw, I have to say, a big shout out to Fiona Shaw here, who I've never been an enormous fan of. Her circumspection and her look of quizzicalness all the way through it is just brilliant.
I know Kiki B, our 11-year-old who reviews a lot of the movie stuff with us, she's watching it. Yeah. And she's like, no, she's a good actress. Didn't she? The way she said that, I really liked that. I was really proud of her for spotting that.
Kiki's going to be one of those women that when she's older, if she pays you... Kiki would make a good assassin.
She would.
Frighteningly so.
People are going to be rolling in their R's now, shocked and horrified that we've let her watch this.
Yeah, I think she's got ideas on how to dispose of certain people she's had to deal with in her life.
Any of us think we have any control whatsoever about what our children watch, think again.
It's a joke.
Because all they have to do is watch it on somebody's computer.
That's what Maddie said.
So, and this is what all the kids say. So we prefer to watch stuff with them so that we can have the discussions with them rather than watching it
It's like saying to your children, bring a boyfriend over so we can meet them and know that you're safe, rather than just go out and knowing that it's all meet them in the bushes and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, very quickly, Sandra Oh says, I want to kill her with my own hands, which you've always all along thought that she's going to end up as much of a psychopath as Villeneuve.
No, she's not as much. No, I've never thought that. I wondered if there is, because I think the whole. Sorry, I've got something in my eye, so I'm going to be very irritating the whole time, fiddling with the eye. Ooh. I think, as we've said before in these reviews, that it's kind of, we're looking at the psychopathy in all of us. You know, the spectrum is broad, and where do we come on the spectrum? Yes. So I think she on the sliding scale is probably here, and Villanelle, I can never say her name, is up right up the top.
I'm going to have to put some more sweetener on my tea because it's really dull. So you can pick up here. But so we go over to Villanelle where she's celebrating her sort of...
So rather wonderfully... we don't know what he is. He's kind of like her mentor, the guy with the beard. Anyway, so he comes into her flat and there's all this sort of balloons and birthday stuff, and then she leaps out of... Oh, you could get it to work. Can you put one in mine? She leaps out of nowhere. No, I don't want all that. She leaps out of nowhere with his beard on.
Yes, it's so bizarre, isn't it?
And it is the most... I love these moments when she's really bizarre. The theatre of the absurd, you know, you just...
Couldn't have put it better myself. The surrealism of their relationship is great. The surrealism in their scenes. They must have had such fun doing it.
And what we're seeing in this is that he obviously is a psychopath as well. And at the beginning, he had all the power, but she is like overtaking a bit and really... And we're seeing flashes of him being really unnerved, aren't we?
Yeah, well, least of all by the fact that she mentions his daughters. You know what that means when an assassin mentions your daughters.
And you can see the shock in his face because he'd said, don't think I don't know everything. Then she gives him a birthday present. He takes the little dolly out of the bag and she said, that's for your daughter. Don't assume I don't know everything.
Do that again, that's quite
Don't assume I don't know everything.
See what I mean? That's why 56%. I'm going to redo the poll after this and it's going to be more than 56%.
Do you think I could be a murderer? An assassin?
Yeah, sometimes when she's in the kitchen with a knife, it worries them. So that was fun. And he said a brilliant line. Can we go somewhere where there are no balloons? Is that because he has a balloon?
He's obviously got a balloon phobia. And that,
I thought it was
that's
where
the writing is so good. You can't just have someone that's just purely evil. You've got to have some little window of light. We go, oh God. Like when we saw her having sex with that boyfriend that she had for 36 hours before she killed him. And when she's on top of him having sex, and then you see that flash go past her eyes.
Because we didn't quite get that she was on top of him having sex.
She's on top of him having sex, and then you see this flash go across her eyes.
Yes.
And...
but what I like about her character, there's that...
You know that something's happened to her, she's been abused.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about that. You think that of everyone. I do think there was an emblematic scene shot in one of the earlier episodes where she had a pink dress on and she's standing in a square. Do you remember that ballet dress? They're very clever, only in the way in which they sort of compose shots and the way she sits. They give her innocence.
Yeah.
So they don't give her innocence. We strive to put innocence there, and I think that's very clever.
There's a childlike, and the way she's playful.
She's such a challenge to us.
And even though time and time again we see her perform brilliantly kindness or sweetness and loving, and then turn and do something, we want to believe her. So each time, and later, when we get to the bit later in the car, yet again that happened to us.
Anyway, so she heads to England, and this was one of my favourite little scenes where she's meeting up with other operatives in England to finish off what we discover is Frank, the boring guy at the funeral.
Because her mentor says she's got out of hand, she can never assassin on her own again. She must always be with other people.
So she needs to be supervised with work colleagues.
Psychopaths. Yes, so now we have three psychopaths in a van.
But can I just say, the way they met on a platform in the countryside in England, Bletchley or wherever it was so funny, because their undercover cover was that they were bird watchers. And there's this exchange where he says, yes, I'm very excited. What was it said? Oh, I've lost it. What is it? Oh, I'm so excited to see the Siberian chiff-chaff. It's the kind of line I just... Remember in the old days when people would hand a sort of suitcase over and go, yes, the big fat rocks jumped over the something or other.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's very funny anyway.
Anyway, so you've got these three psychopaths in the car. We find out very quickly that the girl was her ex-lover.
Yeah, lesbian lover.
So
they have a huge fight.
And they immediately punch each other in the face. And we don't quite know what, but definitely the girl, though we think she's just a full-on psychopath, she's actually not. She's somebody that's been brutalised. Villanelle has left her somewhere terrible. I think it was probably where they were trained.
No.
And she went, "Oh, you survived. I'm sorry I had to leave."
So she left her for dead.
She had left her for dead. She continued to be brutalised. And this woman had obviously been in love with Villanelle.
Yeah. So once
Villanelle.
again...
We need to know that for what we say.
So once again, I thought there was a brilliant scene. So after they've had this fight in the car, and you've got this other guy character who I didn't think he was that strong, but I could see where he was supposed to be funny. They head over to Frank, the boss of David Haig at the funeral, is doing the talking. They head over to his home, don't they? And his mum answers the door. And I love this moment with this very sweet old lady answers the door and invites them in for cake. And we've just seen all the assassins have got guns. I mean, they've got so many guns. It's ridiculous. The guy in the car's got like just machine guns, and they're fully. What's
loaded.
it? He's got a shooter.
They're loaded.
He's got a shooter.
So they sit with the mum having tea and cake, and then discover that he's not coming back. So then we go into the full chase of trying to get him and shoot him down, and they all turn on each other. So they start to chase.
Very Reservoir Dogs here.
Yeah, very Reservoir Dogs. Anyway, they end up the ex-lover of Villanelle ends up shooting the boyfriend, the male psychopath.
That's right.
And then they are thrown back together, Villanelle and
the woman. So you got this situation where the two of them are sort of standing together in a field. There's a very funny moment where Frank, meanwhile, who's been chased through I thought the chase was brilliant through the British countryside. I've never seen a chase where they've had someone stand out of a sunroof and shoot at a British car on British country lanes. That was really refreshing.
Well, and now with what happened in Cheltenham, we can believe not Cheltenham, Chelms. Where was it? Where was the poisoning?
Oh, Salisbury.
Yeah,
but there are no car chases.
No. But it was so ridiculous to us that Russians would come in and just poison.
Well, it's like the one that happened
next we're going to have people shooting out of bloody sunroofs.
Shooting out of sunroofs is far more exciting than...
No, not exciting.
No, I'm not saying it's exciting, but you know what I mean? It's kind of, well, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I love a silencer on a gun. I love a silencer on a gun. I love silencers going on to guns. A bit weird kit fetish I've got there. But anyway, so Frank is hiding in the field, having got out of the car. This is the guy that they're going to kill. And he says that they're phoning him up. And they're trying. So basically, Sandra Oh's team are trying to help him because they're on the phone. And Sandra Oh's trying to chase. They're trying to intercept. They're trying to rescue him. So it's all kind of techie, chase. And she goes, "Go north." And you go, when people say that, it's like,
so how do you know?
How do you know where north is?
Yeah, it's great because she goes,
oh yeah. It's those details.
The
reason those details
give it heart and comedy.
Exactly. It's like sometimes
lightness of touch.
I've always thought in these kind of big blockbusters, Maddie remembers asking when I was younger, why don't they go to the loo in films? And the great thing about Game of Thrones is they often go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And these kind of details where people go, I don't know what north is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was really good. Before you share the really awful assassin-y thing that she does with her lover, female lover, a really chilling thing that happened earlier was when she received the case, Sandra Oh, from the assassin. Did you think that was chilling?
Yeah.
She was sent the case, and when she opened it up, there's all this beautifully
the things that she tried on in that store in episode 4, she brought and wrapped up for her. So she's wooing her, she's seducing Sandra Oh.
And wasn't there a note in it? There's a note in it that said, "Sorry, babe."
Yeah.
That's great.
Sorry I killed him.
Yeah. I wonder whether, sitting down with the script, BBC execs tried to sort of stop it. Because I'll tell you what this feels like. This feels like BBC execs haven't got their mitts on it. It feels like creatives really have been allowed to just be creative. And I think that is the power. Or sometimes I worry that, you get these Phoebe Waller-Bridges and you think, oh, right, yeah, it's they get sort of free rein to do whatever they want. But in fact, you need people with free rein to do stuff that's interesting, don't you? Sorry, it's my law.
We see an incredible moment where Villanelle's lover, ex-lover, the psychopath, well, we're supposed to think she's a psychopath, but she's not, is she? She's just brutalised.
Yeah.
Believes Villanelle.
Well,
how do I say it? Can you explain it? I don't know how to explain this.
Villanelle. Well, you think that they've kind of softened to each other, and
she has softened. The ex-lover has softened.
Yeah, but you also
and Villanelle says, "I'm sorry,
I
had to leave you, but now we can go anywhere. We can get on a plane. We can go abroad. We can live the life." And you see her melt, and you see her just believe her, and she just goes around and get in there. And we're thinking, oh my God, maybe this is what it is about her. She needs to be with the woman that she was in love with. This is what's going to save her.
Yeah.
The woman is in the boots. She puts her, I knew it was going to happen. I said to you, didn't I? I said, she's going to kill her. She's going to kill her. And she puts her foot full on the accelerator. drives over, crunches her, and then pulls forward and drives over again, and then doesn't even flinch. Smiles and carries on with her day.
What did you think of the bump?
Oh, it was awful.
It always makes me feel a bit queasy there when you see a bump happen.
So then she goes running after the Frank character. No,
yeah, she does. She goes charging on. Well, Frank, pathetically. See, what I didn't believe at this point was she took out a gun and she aimed at him. She's such a good a sharpshooting assassin. She wouldn't have missed him. Anyway, so Frank's running, I guess, north to where Sandra Oh is now, conveniently on the far side of the field. And the whole episode comes to a denouement.
But we're not going to tell you what.
Of Frank getting or not getting to the car and a gunshot being shot.
And that's what we're going to tell you.
That's it.
Because when they trailed next week, we were quite annoyed with the fact that they showed us what was going to happen.
They spoiled it.
So that's us.
Even though we've thrown spoilers in here, we're not going to spoil the end of this episode. So if you're going to tune in tonight and you've just watched this, you've got that to look forward to. Yeah.
Please do subscribe and hit the notification bell and check out all our other films.
And
Ta-da!
hang on, before ta-da, I just want to say BBC, generally broadcasters, do let talent, clearly when talent works for you, let them go. It's like Jason Bateman with Ozark. Let them ride. Yeah. Let them ride.